Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So usually, I do an elaborative setup and everything to make my videos, but today I'm just kind of, gonna go right in. So today's events with the Republic Day in India were extremely exhausting for all of us. We did not anticipate things to go this wrong, but they did. And everybody's kind of drained out of their minds. I've been feeling your energies, and I'm deeply saddened to see a lot of people being very disheartened and all of that. I was quite disturbed myself too. So I thought maybe, I need to kind of look for answers, search for answers, something for myself, also for you guys, so we can move forward, maybe with a positive mindset, despite having experienced a pretty crazy and intense day. So anyways, after all the craziness that went on the 26th, for the 26th of January events that kind of played out, I decided that I was going to try doing a little bit of automated writing, try to see if, I can get any messages. And what I ended up doing besides automated writing is I'm going to end up using a little bit of astrological facts that I know for a fact are happening, and also I decided to use a little tarot just to get, a little more clarity of answers. So before I started the automated writing session, I was on Twitter, and I cannot for the life of me remember whose account it was that I saw. They had tweeted something about the 1111 manifestation number, and as you all know, I'm quite big on angel numbers and stuff like that. So I thought that was a sign, maybe that number was important. And then when I started the automated writing, I got the number again, the master number 11, and I also got the number 555. So master number 11 is about, manifestations, and the number 555 is basically about big changes ahead, all right? Because number 5 is basically right in the middle. It's not really a 10, and it's not really a 1. It's right in the middle, okay? Halfway through. So half the journey done, half the journey to go. So again, I feel like these numbers are extremely important. That's what my guides were kind of reiterating over and over again. So this is definitely important. So anyways, I have my notes here, okay, because I kind of scribble down everything really, really fast when I'm doing automated writing. I get a lot of messages, so sometimes it takes a minute to make sense. I've kind of written everything down. It's not in the correct order, but I'm going to try and look at everything, as well as tell you, explain what's up, and, what I've written, and try to make sense of that, okay? So please bear with me. Alright, so I want to start first with astrological facts. So number 1, we are going to be experiencing the full moon in Leo, sun sign, on 28th of January. Now make sure that you check what location you're in and what time the full moon is going to be in its full form in your area, in your location, okay? So just make sure you check that. You can Google it. That information will be available, okay? Next thing, we're at this point also experiencing a Mercury Retrograde, which is in Aquarius. The interesting thing is we're not just in the age of Aquarius, but there are a lot of planetary aspects that are in transit through, the sun sign Aquarius, which is a sign of technology, innovation, rebellion, revolt, brotherhood, humanity, all of that. And basically, whatever is happening in the world kind of signifies all those things on some level. So that's extremely important. So yeah, we're in progress. Like the Mercury retrograde is in progress right now, and it is in the sign of Aquarius. We also have the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction that happened in December 2020. That those planets are still in Aquarius, and in Venus actually is going to be moving into Aquarius very soon as well. So there is a lot of 11th house energy, okay, which again is talking about, a cycle of full manifestation happening. Finally, things are going to manifest towards something that we greatly desire, right? So manifestations could be around relationships, unfulfilled desires. It could be around things that you want to achieve, perhaps even on a humanitarian level. Okay, lessons that have been learned, okay, are going to be very, very prominent, because when we are in the 11th house of transitions, this is talking about, a cycle being completed and being very close to a new cycle beginning. So of course the transitions are used sometimes, a little difficult, and we do experience a little rebellion here and there, because generally people don't like change, but change is constant, and it's something that you just have to learn to accept and evolve, right? It's all about learning, evolving, and transforming, and then becoming into this person that you're meant to be, right? So this is the place where I guess I started getting messages again from my guides, where I was doing a little bit of automation. So I kept getting the word manipulation. Basically, what my guides were trying to say is that we've been through a lot of external setbacks, okay, as a race of people, right? There have been events that are beyond our control, and it gives us a sense of feeling a sense of imbalance, also some sort of unfairness, right? Because there's a lot of unfairness that we feel happening around us. So there's no sense of equality, for that matter. So again, the number 555 was coming very prominently, and so my guides kept saying that even though there have been challenges one after the other, because fives are about challenges, you will sort of rise up from the ashes, because when I was thinking about the number 555, my phone actually started blasting. I have a lot of alarms and stuff on my phone, and recently I changed my wallpaper to that of a phoenix. And so when my alarm was blasting off, I kept looking at the wallpaper in the background, which was this phoenix, and there was this fire coming out, right? So I kept getting this message that even though the challenges have been there and they have come one after the other, you will rise from the ashes. So the phoenix symbol was very, very important at the time. Also, with the fire element that was there, I could totally relate that to the full moon in Leo. Leo being, a fire sign. It's fire is all about the representation of purification, right? Cleansing something, cleaning something. So there is a purification process that is ongoing. Of course, like I've said before, Age of Aquarius is going to bring a time of peace, but of course that peace has to go through transitions before like we get there, right? You have to go through certain changes. There have to be exposes, and things will be revealed, and that is going to cause a little bit of chaos, a little bit of resistance. But like I said, change is constant. So yeah, the message that kept coming through was that all the challenges that we've been operation, and then the word reform kept coming up, right? So it meant that to me, what it meant was that the preparation is to reform ourselves, right? So that anything that doesn't serve us, okay, we can let go of that. We can finally release that from our karmic patterns, okay? So what we went through has only made us stronger, right? It has given us more reasons to stand up for ourselves and our country, our planet, because we're not just going through an awakening process in ourselves, but there's also that situation we can also like see on an external level, right, happening in our country, happening in other countries. Basically the entire planet is awakening, right? There is an awakening happening right this minute. So the message that kept coming up again and again, like I said, rising from the ashes. So we will rise up, okay, from the ashes of what once was and what it's going to be. So we're going to be in the phase of rebuilding very, very soon. Not soon enough, but very, very soon, okay? This is the time when I felt like I wanted to get a little bit of more clarification, so I started looking at a little tarot. So the first card that popped up was the Page of Pentacles. Now, again, Page of Pentacles is a very slow-moving energy, so there is going to be change, but it's a slow-moving energy that we have been experiencing. But we will be entering a phase of healing because the next card was the Four of Swords. Okay, and then I got the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is all about happiness, right? Peace, being united, okay, with people you care about, family, friends, all of that. And then the card that came up was the Magician, right? Because with the Magician, there is like an awakening. There is a revelation happening, right? Things are being exposed. And finally, this is going to help us move on, right, to greener pastures. And that's where the final card of Eight of Cups comes in, because Eight of Cups is about moving on, letting go and moving on to greener pastures. So again, the tarot itself, like the way the story was unraveling, made a lot of sense. I mean, of course, what we saw with the Republic Day, the farmers' protest and all of that. It feels very heavy right now, and it's difficult to maybe fathom, greener pastures, happier times. But there was a story that was being conveyed to me that even though it does look difficult right now, this is entirely based on your perspective. The next thing that was coming was that where we've been restricted, because again, I kept asking, like, at that point I was just, I was thinking about the tarot, I was thinking about leaving heaviness behind, but there was a thought in my head that, we have been very restricted in terms of, our rights, how much power we have as people. Like, we feel there is a lot of control over us. So at that time, I got the message that yes, we have been restricted, we have been stuck for a long time, but we're finally going to be able to move forward. from this, and we will be breaking a cycle. I felt the energy of like Nine of Wands quite a bit at this point, because we have been through a lot along this journey of like evolution, of awakening, but I also felt that it is our experience that makes us stronger, right? um, Also, I got a sense of that, if there is a will, there is a way, right? Um, we will have to stay determined and focused, because this year again is, like I've said before many times, this year is going to have a very fast moving energy. So basically everything would be action reaction, right? You will see something happen, and then quickly there'll be a reaction, and so it's going to be like, the manifestation process is going to be really quick. Okay, so be careful of your thoughts, right? Because that was the message I was getting, right? Be careful of your thoughts, because what you think is what you're going to manifest. Careful about moving forward. Let's make sure that we are saying positive things for ourselves, for the planet, for the country, all of that, so that we're moving into the right direction. Because again, your perspective, your thought determines how far you're going to go, and basically what you manifest into your life, because the universe listens to everything we say or we think, right? So it's all about realigning the perspective with a more positive, higher frequency. So that was another message I was getting. I also kept getting this message of unleashing the life purpose. So I feel like India is finally prepared to move forward, to take its place in the world. And then that was a repetitive feeling I was getting. But things may not be clear right now, but I was, again, the number 11 and 5 kept flashing. So I feel like within 5 to 11 years, India is going to be at a very different place. It does seem like a long time, but I was getting a sense that this is going to happen rather quickly, because now, like I said, we're in the zone of action reaction. So this is pretty much going to be the theme now with the age of Aquarius. Manifestations are going to be in full force. So again, be careful of what you manifest, right? Also, I at this point I was getting the word compassionate. Be compassionate. So again, when I wanna, when I think about compassion, I think about, sometimes, we get very critical of our leaders, all of that. We're not really in their position to understand what information they have and how they have to kind of move around. To make sure that everything is, going well and everybody's safe. So again, I was getting, be compassionate, like put yourself in another person's shoes and try to think like that. Don't criticize. Because criticizing again is low vibrational energy. We experienced that today. We were very, very pissed. So in my head, I'm thinking like, maybe it's time to change our perspective a little bit and try to put more faith, and kind of see this as a good sign, because finally a lot got exposed. Things that we were once doubtful about became much clearer. We now know what the intentions are and who are behind the things that are happening, right? So again, it's revelation. It could have been avoided, yes, but some things happen, and we should just let universe play its game. I keep saying that a lot, but that is extremely important, right? So again, I was getting that it's time to stay focused. What you think about manifests itself into reality. So be very, very careful of that, because perception is going to be extremely important. Our perception is what's going to matter, and that's the only thing we need to focus on and work on, because again, like I said, what you think is what you manifest. So this was basically what I was getting in terms of the automated, but I also want to elaborate a little bit more on the full moon that is coming up, because um, this full moon is going to be a game changer in terms of energy, because with this energy, it can bring a lot of ego, a lot of anger, something that we've already experienced with the events that have kind of unraveled. But it's important to understand that instead of using this energy to, stay in the phase of like being angry, it's important to like harness in this energy and learn from it and become conscious of and conscious and basically aware of everything that is happening around us, right? So this full moon energy is highlighting what has and has not been working for us, okay? And it's important that we stand openly and express our passion and love for the nation, the planet, things that we love, whether creatively or whether it's passion for another person, right? So full moon basically in Leo is squaring with Mars, right? And this is what's bringing a lot of frustration and anger, because Mars is a very aggressive planet, right? So we need to make sure that we are conscious about what triggers us and work through that emotion, that anger, that frustration, by ourselves consciously and also collectively, because there are a lot of changes happening all over, and it is going to cause a little bit of frustration, but it's important that we don't just work through that frustration on a personal level internally, but also try to do it collectively by encouraging each other to work through that anger, okay, that could create blocks. We want to make sure that we're not blocking ourselves. This is a time to be more free flowing, like the river is, right? Also, we have Venus aligning with the power hungry Pluto, which is also aligning with the full moon in Leo, right? So this is basically what's bringing the power play issues. So again, watch the ego. Very, very important to do that. Energetically, I feel like there is a lot of energy coming our way, and so it is important we use it wisely to manifest it into our lives, right? This year, like I've said before, is going to be very fast, okay? It's going to be a fast moving energy, and events will escalate, de-escalate really quick, okay? It will be, like I said, action reaction kind of year with more exposes. So let's make sure that we learn from this experience and use our anger wisely, constructively. That will not just benefit us, but also our nation, our planet. Okay, so this is a time of awakening. This is a time of learning, evolving, transforming, and becoming, so that we can step into a future that the age of Aquarius talks about, the age of brotherhood, humanity, technology. So that's basically it, guys. This is the message I wanted to convey to you guys. I hope this makes sense. God bless you. Lots of love to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.